Hello, friends, and welcome to Wednesday night Scrap Your Stash. I am Pam Morin, Creative Memories Advisor, and I'm so happy to be here with you tonight. I hope you're having an awesome week and taking a few minutes for yourself tonight just to relax and sit back and enjoy a fun layout that we're going to make and hopefully give you a little bit of inspiration and motivation. Maybe you're getting ready for a crop this weekend and you just need some kind of an idea of what to make, what to bring. So I hope I can be there for you and help you through all of that and also, take time for yourself. So all right, let's get started. So, I have been doing a series of videos. I am pre recording the last couple weeks because I am out of town. So, I did a series of using up leftovers from a collection. And I was inspired by Creative Memories challenge that they did a couple weeks ago to for Earth Day to use up everything, every bit, every piece in a paper pack. And so I'm really trying hard to use up this paper pack that I've had for a little while. I don't even have the cover sheet to it anymore, so I don't remember what it's called, but it's a beautiful outdoor theme collection, and I'm definitely gonna use it for camping, um, and probably, backyard fun kind of stuff. So I definitely will be able to use this for a lot of themes and layouts that I do in my albums. All right, so let's get started. So tonight is the the last in the series of using up your leftovers. And we're not leaving any scrap behind. We're using all the scraps. So this is kind of like the grand finale, at like when you go see fireworks, this is the grand finale. So I have at, at least 3 layouts that we're going to do here in the next 20 to 30 minutes. So grand finale, we're really trying to use up all of these scraps. All right. So I had 2 pieces of 12 by 12 left in this collection. This is one of them, this beautiful aerial view of these pine trees. I love this piece. And I tried first to use white on top of it, and I just really didn't like um, the color match between the green and the white. Even though there's probably, I guess, a little bit of white, I don't know, up at the top of the trees here, but I liked the cream color better, the yellow better. Maybe, it just, I don't know, the green and the yellow look better together. Maybe that is more of what you see here is yellow color, but I liked this better. So I decided that's what I was going to use is this piece from my bits and pieces folder. Um, and I'm gonna add it to this, um, 12 by 12. Now, I know I could cut out this middle section and conserve some paper, but, um, tonight I'm just gonna lay this right down on this piece of paper. I know that some ladies like to do that, and by all means, if you would like to cut out the center part or cut 2 strips of this and adhere them to this, there are ways that you could save, some of this pine tree paper, but tonight I'm just going to use it all. All right. So I did just put some photo tape on the back of the cream cardstock. I'm just lining this up on my mat so that I can get this centered. Let's see what we've got here. You can use your centering ruler if you'd like. I like to use the measurements that are on the outside edge of your 13-inch mat. So here's my 6-inch mark. I've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, too far this way. There we go. There's the center. All right. So, and I'm on the edge. So I've got my paper lined up. So I'm just going to go ahead and take the complete backing off. I'm just holding on to the cardstock while I did that so it didn't move. All right. So there we go. All right. So next, I am going to use a border maker cartridge. It's called Mirrored Triangles Chain. It's back from 2021. I love pulling tools off my shelf that I haven't used in a while. So fun. Now, I don't have a full sheet of this wood decorative paper, so we're just going to piece the border together. So I'm going to punch out, it's about halfway, so maybe we'll do, we'll be able to get 2 on each side. We'll have to see. Oh, it looks so pretty. Okay. So we're just going to keep punching here. So I think I'm going to be able to get 2 on each side. So I'll have to punch 4 of these. It looks so pretty. Oh, I'm so happy with the way that looks. Oh, I think this side's darker. Oh, we'll have to play with that a little bit because it does have a varying color in it. It gets lighter and darker. So we'll get these punched out and then we will see which way we like them. Oh, one more. Get rid of that guy. One more. Let me slide that back in there. There we go. Oh, so pretty. I'm so happy with this. Oh, what a great choice I was trying to get something decorative. I didn't want to use a border punch or a border maker cartridge that, was leaves or trees or, something very literal meaning. I wanted to use something more decorative. And I'm really liking this. It's giving it kind of a native vibe to me. All right, there we go. So there are our borders. And I'm just going to get all of this out of the way for a sec while I clean off my table. Get rid of these little bits and pieces. All right. Okay, so let's see. So this one is darker to lighter. This one is darker to lighter, but then it doesn't match up in the middle if I lay it that way. And then same thing, we've got dark to light. Oh, see, then this one I think will go well up here. Yes. And then we'll flip this one around. And let's see if we could do it this way. Yes, that looks great. All right, let's get these down. Oh, I'm so excited. It's so fun when a layout comes together. You just have an idea in your mind, and then when you start playing around with the pieces, and it just comes together. Sometimes it takes longer for it to come together, and that's okay too. There's no rules or time limit. Nobody's timing you on anything. Okay, I'm going to put it right at the edge. Right on the edge. Let me move it over just a bit so that the top of Here we go. Yeah, you should just, however long it takes you to get to your creativeness, there's no judgment. I know Friday nights at a crop on weekend crops is always my slowest night. It just takes me a minute after I get everything set up. I've got to get my creative juices flowing, and sometimes it takes longer than others, and that's okay. All right, so we're just going to trim this off. I am so happy with the color choices and the way this is turning out. I like the design of the border. And it worked out. See, we just had that little piece, but we were still able to get two 12-inch borders. We just pieced them together. Nobody will ever know. It will be our secret. There we go. All right. So, like I said, we are going to do a grand finale tonight. So I'm just going to get my pieces down, and then we're moving on to the next one. But definitely could just put my pictures right down here. I don't need to do photo mats. I'll just put them right on the cream. I can get lots of pictures here. I can get some up here in the trees as well. I will probably do a white title up here in the trees or something light. Maybe not white, because I said I didn't really like the white. So I'll find something. Maybe I have a cream color or yeah, something light. I'm not sure. But we've got the base of the page made, and now I can just add pictures. And then, when you're pre-making pages, this is definitely, the stage that you can leave your layout in. This makes it easy for me to add pictures. I don't have photo mats here to define the portrait or landscape that I have to fit them into. It's an open space, so I can just add pictures. So I am good to go with that one. Woohoo! All right, moving on. So let me refresh my memory. I've got a pile here. Excuse me. Okay, so with this one, okay, there we go. So another 2-page layout. I'm using the cream for my base. And then I have these 2 squares cut out of this beautiful wood. And I was thinking, I can put them right in the center. Isn't that gorgeous? Right in the center. And then I had this circle in here. So I was thinking I could put that right on top, and then we'll cut the circle in half and put that in the center. Or I also had this bigger piece, and we could do, I kind of like that one better than the circle. So we can do this longer piece, and we'll cut that in half. And that's it. That's where we'll leave this one. Again, you can add your photo mats. You can add your journaling and your title. You always want to do those, and definitely a date. Always have a date on it, if possible. So tonight's round 3 of using up our scraps from this paper pack that I've been using with you for the last several weeks. So if you missed the first 2, just go on out to my YouTube channel and watch the recordings to see what we did with the bits and pieces in the previous 2 videos. All right. We got all of our photo tape down. So now I'm going to lay this down. I just want to make sure what my direction here, because it is such a pretty wood grain. So we're going to go, maybe I'll do it that way. Yeah. Okay. So let's get our paper lined up on our 13-inch mat. And we want to get this centered. So I'm at the 11-inch line and I'm at the 1-inch line. So we are good there. About right there. All right. And we're just going to make sure we're on the edge of the paper. Got it lined up on the edge. I did cut this with a decorative blade, so you'll see a little bit of the cream around that edge. Okay, so there we go. I think we are good. Okay, so now we're going to put this one on this edge. Let's get our paper lined up on our 13-inch mat. There we go. Again, at the 11 and the 1-inch mark. Very good. And we're on the edge of the paper. Just holding my paper still with my hand while I pull the backing off. And then once you get the one edge down, then it's real easy just to pull the rest of the backing off the other sides. Okay. So there we go. We've got our wood grain down. So pretty. All right. And now we're going to lay our big piece down here, and I'm going to go ahead and cut it in half. And it is a full 12 inches. Okay. So we'll cut it in half at 6. All right, and then we just need to center that. All right, so here's my 6-inch mark, and I'm at 9 1/4. So let's see, 10, there's 10 and 2. Okay. So I think that's it. Just hold it still with my hand. Peel off that backing on each side. And I just did the top and bottom on that one. All right. This one I'm going to lay here and do it so that it's even with this side. Oh. All right, so right about there. All right, there we go. How awesome is that? All right, and I have not tons. I have several strips of other paper here, so I'm definitely gonna use some of this up. Maybe I'll do, I just laid this one down and I like the way that looks right there. So let's cut it in half and we're gonna put one on each end. That's how it, for me, that's how it how I design is visually. I have to see it. I have to lay it out. I lay pieces together. I move pieces around. But that is what helps me, is to visually see. So we have that option. We could move it there. No, I think I like it here better. We could move one up, one down. We could put them in the center. I'm sure I'm going to do something on this dark brown, like a title, or maybe some squares with die cuts on them. You know, little pictures of things, little fun die cut things down this strip. I'm just going to eyeball it. Okay, there we go. Used up another piece. Love it. All right. Grand finale. Put the paper on and move on to the next one. All right. So this one, I have to say this was challenging for me, this paper pack. Trying to decide which pieces I liked together. And I love this leaf paper. I love these leaves. They're so pretty, but they are so busy too. So trying to coordinate another piece with this was a little difficult. So I decided that instead of doing that, I would just lay these together. Now, what I do want to try is I want to try a piece of the cream and see if I like the cream better than the white. Let's see. I'm going to lay them side by side. I'm going to put one piece on the white and one piece on the cream. See which one I like better. I think I like the white better. I don't see this color very much in the leaves. So, all right. So anyway, when I was trying to lay the leaves with other pieces, I just couldn't find the combination that I liked. So I decided I would just put them together on this piece, and now I can put my picture up here and here. So I've got kind of a already square photo mat that I can put my picture in each corner. And then I liked the green, just to give a solid color. I liked this green in the center of these. And that's it. It's a one-page layout. I do use them. Normally I'm making two-page layouts, but I do need one-page layouts every once in a while because I do try and limit the number of pictures that I take. So I may have an event that it is just a couple pictures. And so I need one-page layouts too. So I have to have some one-page layouts. All right, there we go. And I might as well just do some photo tape on this one since I've got it right here. Okay. So we're just going to do corner to corner. Just trying to decide which way I like the leaves facing. Okay. So let's lay this down. Just looks like a bunch of wet leaves on a nature walk. Pretty wet leaves in the fall. I didn't quite get this one flat. I'm going to start this over. Well, at least the top one I am. It's coming up nicely. It's not ripping my paper, so that's good. There we go. Now we've got it. I knew there was one more side. All right. And then we're going to lay this little guy down in the bottom corner. And if you're wondering the size, these are 8x8s. So they fit nicely together, corner to corner, and then you have that automatic open space for your pictures in each corner. All right. And then we have our green little guy in the center. We'll put him in the center. I also have, see, now this is what I do. I just check, make sure there's not something I like better. There's also a brown with the pine cones. It's kind of just too dark. I've got ferns and wood, so neither one of those really. I've got trees, that doesn't work. Wood. And then I've got that circle that I was going to use, but we didn't end up using on the other one. But I don't really like that together either. I've got this green, but that's pretty dark. So I thought this bright green would be a nice change in the middle. Okay, just eyeballing it. Just trying to make it center. All right, so there we go. So now I'm going to put pictures here and here. I can put a center picture right here and do some fun journaling and a title here and here. You know, just do something light so you can see on top of this dark. All right. Oh, and that was it. Now, the only 12 by 12 I have left is this dirt with some leaves. This is the only 12 by 12 I have left. And for me, I don't want to add any other, you know, I tried laying things down the center. I mean, it would look okay. That one just blends in too much. I don't like that one. This one's just too dark. And I mean, that one's okay, I guess. So what I decided just to do with this one is just cut out some photo mats or cut a strip of white or cream, whichever one looks better with this. I mean, I think it's got more cream in it than white. Well, here's my white placeholder. Let's see. Yeah, I don't really like the white on it. I need something with a little bit of color. I think the cream will be all right. Here, let me try this brown. I think the brown just blends in too much. Yeah. I think the cream. So I think what I'll do is just cut some 4x4s and lay them, center them. Because I just don't think there's anything else, any other kind of layering that I like on this. I like to see on these that have all of the texture in them. I like to see that texture. So I didn't want to add too many other colors and textures to it. I think it is good as it is. So just add some photo mats. And then, of course, you're going to have your title and your journaling somewhere on there. All right. Yeah, I definitely like the cream. I think we'll just do 4 because I don't want to cover up all the great stuff, the great textures and the leaves and the so just something like that. Do a fun little title along the edge. I love doing titles on the edge. All right, here we go. This is our last one, guys. No scrap left. Oh, I can't remember how I said it now. No scraps left behind. That's what it is. Make sure I have this straight here. And then we're going to put these 2 on the bottom, kind of off center from the 2 on the top, just for fun, just to give it a look. Then we'll have a little space over here for some journaling, for some decorating. All the fun things scrapbooking. All right, let's review. Let's look back at all of the layouts from the last 3 weeks. All right, so here was the last one we did. Here's this one. Here's the 2-page layout that we did tonight. Here is the 1-page layout that we did tonight. Here is the one that we did last week. So fun. Here are the 2 that we did the first week. Awesome. Oh, I thank you guys so much. I'm so happy with these layouts. I just love getting together with you on Wednesday nights, and I just appreciate that you watch, and I hope this is inspiring for you. I just love creating with you guys. So I will see you live next week. I will be back live. So you guys have a great rest of your day and have a great weekend. And I will see you soon. Good night.